Okay, Hunter x Hunter chapter 367. And I'm getting back into Hunter x Hunter. We're gonna finish up some more chapters, read some more stuff. Thank you to that one guy who commented in the video and said that there's a better website with better translations. Thank you very much. I did read the previous chapters that I read through those translations, and it is kind of different. There is more stuff. There are missing panels from what I was reading, but it's all right, I guess. We're gonna be moving forward. So first off, let me go back one chapter. Let me show you this. So just to recap, what happened? All right. So basically, Kurapika was on the phone with the third prince, and he basically was negotiating with him. And that in the end of those negotiations, he got two more bodyguards. So these two bodyguards are from the third prince. The third prince's bodyguards, and they're loyal to him, and they're basically there for to gather some information and also to protect the prince. Those are their goals: is to protect the youngest prince. So protect Wobble, and these two are affiliated with the third prince. This guy is affiliated with the second queen, and his goal is basically to gather information. The second queen and the first queen have a basically a negotiated alliance to basically gather information on the princes and share that information. This guy is with the first Prince Benjamin. First Prince Benjamin sent his men to try to take out the youngest prince, take out Prince Wobble. His assassin failed, and he basically sent another bodyguard, and this guy is basically gonna wait for his opportunity, gather some information. Basically, a lot of people are just looking to gather information. So that's kind of like what we should expect in this next coming chapter. Also, Crollo's back, and he's on the Black Whale. I wonder what floor he's on, but he's on the Black Whale now. We're gonna be moving on. 367, synchronization. All right. When you really need one, they're hard to find. The man sent by 5th Prince Tsubepa should be here soon. If it drags on like this, it's bad news. I forgot about that. So the 5th Prince also sent an envoy, I think. Maybe an envoy. So it looks like they're hiding, like, they're very worried about, like, another conflict breaking through. So it looks like they're probably hiding stuff under the floor. What are they rummaging for? Looking for listening devices? I honestly feel like this guy is kind of too friendly. He's too friendly. This guy's on bodyguard for the third prince, and he's very coordinated. He's very disciplined. Look at this guy. I haven't even seen him speak. I haven't even seen him say a word. They said Nin lets you see things you normally can't, or are they pretending to look to fake us out? Oh, so he's also probably smarter. I would assume so, I guess. Let me put my camera on the left side. No, no, no. Let's keep it here. Actually, let's just make it smaller. This is Mayor. So this guy's with the 5th Prince. The 5th Prince. And he's like the chief negotiator or whatever. The lieutenant, basically, the right hand man. Let him in. The one coming in is Prince Tubepa's captain of the guards. We're planning to form a truce in exchange for information on Nin. So you can see the information is shared equally. And to reduce any lingering doubts, I want all the guards present. We'll go to the guard room and to room. Bill watched the prince. He picked the farthest room so we can search every corner of the other rooms in the meantime. Hold on. The queen and prince need to attend. Wait a sec. Oh god, things are getting moving. He's trying to move. So he's going to talk to the fifth prince's guard, the fifth prince's main guard, main lieutenant. It looks like he's going to go speak to the fifth prince's guard, and he's going to go talk to all of them. So he's going to go to the fifth prince's guard room, and Bill is going to guard the prince and the queen. And they're probably going to stay in their quarters, probably. The queen and the prince need to attend. Both gathering intel and guarding the prince are my duties. It's non-negotiable. Alright, your majesty, this way. Shimano and I will look for an insect. I'll catch it when we find one. So it looks like that didn't matter too much. He probably thought that mattered a little bit more. Let's go, Kirby. Good. This guy's so smart. We'll need to move to the master bedroom then. And anteroom. What is anteroom? So basically a waiting room. Alright. The waiting room. Oh, wait, sorry. So they're looking for an insect to use the dolphin on, so that Kirby can stop losing his life, because the longer he keeps that ability activated, the longer he keeps his eyes activated, which means the longer lifespan he loses. And I think it said like every second he loses an hour of lifespan. We will need to move to the master bedroom then. The waiting room was the scene of violent death. Why do you keep wanting to move? Why can't you just explain things here in the living room? He's refusing to let us take control. People were just killed here. Put some thought into how the queen feels. It's also our job to reduce the burdens and make them comfortable. Surely you can't object to that. He has a point. I don't want to be complicit in raising Queen Ohito's stress. Obviously, none of these guys care about this stuff. This is just justification. He's on guard with the fifth prince, and he wants this information not to get into the hands of the first prince. And basically, they're kind of just using the pre-existing formalities to try to justify changing the room, changing the venue, and exchanging information better for both of their sides. Did you expect so many to sit in? It's no problem. All we want is information on Nen. The value of information depends on how it's used. I agree. Quite the confidence. But with respect to Nen, even what you see with your own eyes isn't necessarily the truth. Oh, yeah. And so a Nimbus is a creature with Nen abilities created in the ceremony. They feed on the prince's auras for energy and protect their hosts. Their form is affected by the nature of their princes. They're diverse in appearance and abilities, so use extreme caution. What they have in common is their need to protect their prince, but there's no guarantee that it's the top priority. So he wants them to grab that fly. There it is. These guys were looking for anything, bro. Now of all times, why now? I can't let this chance slip away, but I can't let them find out the queen's ability. A cockroach. Is that what they're looking at? Is that it? Seems like an overreaction. Just don't stand there. Get rid of it. It's disgusting. Don't you dare smash it here. Take it somewhere else. Yes, ma'am. But how? You want a leg up? Of course, now it'll look natural. And when they're not looking. But is it really possible to activate an ability right under their noses? Bill Shimano, come here for a second. Catch the cockroach. I can't believe Togashi actually made a chapter on this. This is crazy. All right, but do it right. But do it with Nen. Seeing is believing. We'll use that cockroach. It would be impossible, so we'll hide it in plain sight. Smart. To show you a part of what Nen can do. In a mishmash of truth and fiction. Okay, so dang, this is like crazy important. So everybody in this room except for Kurapika's people want information, right? Kurapika's just giving them the information, but he's probably gonna try to use this. He's gonna try to use the information to basically omit the information. Use the pre-existing what he's going to give them to omit his actual aims, which is to spy on all the princes. Hello? I don't have an ability to catch bugs. He is a manipulator. As the term implies, manipulators can control objects or living things. They're going to reveal their ability. What are they What are they thinking? When his aura hits a bug, his power will be triggered. Bill will discharge aura towards that roach. You can't see the aura, but we'll show you what he can do with it. Of course, it will be to Queen Oito. This will throw them off. Here I go. Only Kurapika and I can see Stealth Dolphin. Whether they have Nen or not, everyone will see it as Bill using an ability. Lady Oito, I'm ready, anytime. Sending aura. Do it. Synchronization complete. Lady Oito, you've hacked into the target's animal senses. You can control it at will. It's not moving. Did he really do anything? Maybe he's just making stuff up since we can't see it anyway. Go, bug, go. Oh. Are you alright? So much has happened, I need to sit down. Shimano, take the prince. Well done. With her eyes closed like that, nobody will think she's the one controlling it. Got any requests? Tell me specific things it won't normally do. Make it fly circles in the air and land on your fingers. Finger, give me a break. This pen is good enough. Whoa. I've never seen a roach fly before. First, fly clockwise. Now vertical like a Ferris wheel. Figure 8 sideways. And end for a landing. There's no explanation. It doesn't look like a robot. I'll go dispose of it. With Nen, setting conditions will allow you to use more powerful abilities: mental, physical, environmental, and quantitative. It could be anything, but the principle is high risk, high return. Learning just the basics, your strength can grow to several dozen times that of a normal person. There is a substantial difference in power between someone who uses Nen and someone who doesn't. Literally, the difference between an adult and a child. Bobby Mina, you're also a Nen user. Do you have anything to add or clarify? Generally sounds fine, but what they want to know is something else. Whether they can learn this ability in a short time. That's the big question. The short answer is yes, it is possible. Specifically, it'll take 2 weeks to learn the basics. This will reduce the risk of being defenseless against an Nen attack. Wait a minute, are you going to coach everyone? Yes, on one condition. Tell all the princes and let them decide if they want to participate. Wow. That guy's incredibly freaking. This guy's a good negotiator. He basically ceded all of their demands. They wanted to learn about Nen. He just basically let them know. He gave them the deck of cards, face up. Wow, that's insane. All right, keep going. That's how far he'd go to force a stalemate. This is one tricky customer, all right. There is no mistake that this Kurapika is calling all the shots. The fact that they let the cockroach out through the vents means Bill's ability can be used to capture animals as recon. I have to find out Kurapika's next ability. Bobby Mina, he's using N over the entire room. 1014. He's quite skilled. He probably knows what Bill's doing. He might come upon the possibility that the Queen was using the ability. How will this change his behavior? By the way, for those who don't know, N is basically so there's basically, when he was saying those 4 basic principles, he's talking about Ren, N, I don't know if Gio's one, and Ren and Ren and Zetsu and basically Nen. So I forgot the other one. I think it's Retsu. But basically, Ren is basically you increase your aura, and basically it makes your aura increase. Zetsu makes your aura decrease, and you lose less aura. Nen or Retsu, it basically lets you have abilities. So basically, he's talking about the 4 principles. So he's using N, which is the ability to like expand your aura, or to sense with your aura. So that's how he's able to like sense what Bill is doing with the cockroach. That's how he's able to understand. First, 13th Prince Mariam confirmed an NBeast and verify distribution and placement of guard and servants. So he's just going down the list. Start at the 13th Prince and probably go through all of them since they're all interconnected. There they are. The mannequin challenge. Now kind of late to the party. Pigs are cute. Very interesting chapter. Very, very interesting. It's top tier negotiations. 13th Prince Mariam's NMBeast is a dinosaur-like monster. There are 18 guards and hunters in the room, and 6 servants. They exceed the designated 15 probably because they're using his sisters to fit the 12 princes' bodyguards. 12 princes' guards. If I'm right, there should be 6 guards in 12 Prince Momose's room. N can't help me figure out what she's writing. It only lets them sense people or sense objects. A new page to signal that she's done with one prince. Now we know how many people are with Prince Mariam. It took more than an hour. It's almost 3 hours since my eyes turned crimson. The physical toll is more of a problem than the reduction of lifespan. All right, so this is a visual. So he's sending. This is them, and this is basically the 16 bodyguards. I forgot who's. Oh yeah, it's Isn't it Bisky? Bisky's guarding them. Bisky and Hanzo. He's gonna go through all of them. That's gonna take a long time. Next to the 12th prince's bedroom is dark as she's not here. Ooh. That's a child, man. He's strangling her. No, stop. Stop him. Prince Momose is going to be killed. You have to stop him. Queen Oito, calm down. We're in your bedroom. You're tired and you're having a nightmare. Bobby Maina is here. He doesn't know you can use Nen yet. This is no time for games. If you won't do it, I'll go. Alright, we'll find out. Bill, call room 1012 and check up on Prince Momose. It won't connect you unless you work for a higher ranking prince. I'll act as go-between. I could have stopped it. I might have been able to save her. The cause of death was suffocation. They always guarded the outside of her room while she slept. Besides the 2 on break, the testimony of the 4 guards matches. Nobody went into her room. Queen Savante took this to mean all 6 guards are colluding, and she reported them to the king. The 6 were taken in custody to face a court-martial. Put them all to death. Right now. Extra caution is needed. The timing was too perfect. Yeah, so there's probably a lot of collaboration to take her out. Well, I mean, look at these dynamics. I mean, Kurapika doesn't care at all. He doesn't care at all about life, about anything. The only thing he cares about is his duty, which is like to preserve and protect them. And if to preserve and protect them requires, some child getting strangled to death, he doesn't care. He doesn't care at all. He's still a lit character though. I still like him. All right. Extra caution is needed. The timing was too perfect. Got a second? You said each prince has a guardian beast. Yes. Then why didn't 12 princes Momose's beast protect her? There's a clue in the time she went to bed. What do you mean? She retired much earlier than usual. Something must have worn her out today. Right, the beasts are parasites. They feed on their host's aura for energy. Exactly. If one of the two Nen beasts that attacked our guards belonged to Prince Momose, she must have expended considerable aura. She must have expended considerable aura. Hmm. She ran out of energy, and that's when they got her. So the criminal must be familiar with Nen. But this case will increase the demand for information on Nen. Using Nen as an incentive for further cooperation is to our advantage. Hmm. I think what Kurapika is also trying to do is he's also trying to get allies. So like if he's sharing information and he's seen as cooperative, then they're gonna see him as more of a useful asset than as like a danger to them. If you're clear and open with your information, you're clear and open about your capabilities. So basically, it kind of acts as a bridge to deter violence or to deter conflict between the two parties. Keep in mind, this is the third Prince's Guard, by the way. Third Prince's Guard. So she was actually strangled to death 3 hours into the voyage. 3 hours. That's insane. I'd like her to continue the investigation, but it's too cruel to badger her now. I need as much information as possible to reduce the risk to the 14th Prince. Your Majesty, may I ask you a question? There were no benefits to you by crying out. Why did you do it? It was too obvious. He figured out that she was using Nen. Yeah, he's not. This guy's really smart, by the way. This guy's really smart. I really respect him. I respect his intelligence. That guy's lit. It was too obvious. He figured out that she was using Nen. But why is he asking this? No benefits. For you people, too caught up in the survival game, it must seem so odd that I didn't simply allow my stepdaughter to be killed. I understand. I have nothing more to say to you. Them boys do not care at all, bro. These two do not care at all. They don't care at all. Sakata, let's go. Huh? Leave Kurapika in charge, but the queen can't rest with us in here. I'll talk to Slaka too. His N is gone. That probably means he's gonna go report. He's gonna go report to the first prince. He got a lot of information. He got a lot of information on his first guard, on his like first espionage mission. Your Majesty, don't push yourself. It's for Wapol. I'm not doing it for you. We will begin 9 a.m. tomorrow. Call me again in 15 minutes. We'll decide by then. Kurapika, we got the count. 10 princes besides the second and besides the second and 6 princes. Wait, 10 princes besides the second and 6 princes. want to send their guards. 6 is Sail, I think, the party guy. Or it's Loser. No, Loser's is 7th. So the party guy and then the crazy girl, Camilla, doesn't want to send her guards. More than expected. The first prince too? Yes. It's more about the captain of his guards wants to check up on us. I actually do not remember what happens when he comes here. That's going to be interesting. What about the other hunters? They're working with us to keep the story straight. They're cleverly faking incredulity and curiosity about learning in in a short time to goad everyone into participating. But they were all concerned that we specified a 2-week limit. I understand the risks and I have a plan. There are 2 other problems. 2. One is that several princes want to send multiple guards. That's a safety concern for us. Let's limit it to 2. The pain is too piercing. I can't hear Bill. Gosh. He's also dying. And about third Prince Zhang. Oh my god, he collapsed. Kurapika. Hanzo. Getting rest is part of our job too. If I'd been there, I could have stopped it. You followed the Queen's orders. You're not at fault. He'll strike again. Kurapika's story and the testimony from the 6 guards point to the culprit having used a doppelganger. Then holding them in custody won't be deterrence. I'll provide an alibi for the next murder. So Hanzo is gonna try to get vengeance. Hanzo's gonna get vengeance, and Biscuit's gonna cover him. Think this through. If there was a double, then the suspects aren't limited to the 6. True. If he's going to pin the crime on the 6, he'll change his plan. If he wants to sow confusion, it'll be the same. So basically, he can change his tactics for the next murder if he's the culprit. If the culprit is capable of using a doppelganger, that's basically what they're saying. In any case, he'll strike again. I'll stop him this time. How? He's just using me as a soundboard. But I better let him talk it out or risk him going berserk. He's not the only one who can use doubles. Being a ninja is my real job after all. But a controllable double and not an automation will require the user to set a lot of conditions. If he can send and materialize it inside the prince's bedroom, away from himself, he must have been in a situation where he could focus on nothing else. If he's among the 6, it must be one of the 2 on break. If you know that much, I can't stop you. I know. I'll make them pay. I swear. Take a break. For now. That's the worst feeling. You're tasked to protect a child and then you let her get strangled to death. That's very sad. I can't believe it. He's getting the hang of Gyo in half a day. Oh, Fetadir, yes. We got a call from Wobble's guards through Zhang. They say they can teach Nin in 2 weeks. What do you think? Well, that's quite different from your story. You said 6 months at the earliest to master the basics. Yes, what I told you is true. Then they're bluffing. It's possible. Hey, are you asleep? I'm asking who's lying, them or you. Got a death wish? This guy's very, very dangerous. I'm not gonna lie. You probably got to stop teaching him. uh, there are fast but extremely dangerous ways to learn Nen. At or maybe their abilities have to do with developing other abilities at the least. They won't be using proper methods. I promise that my way is the correct and fastest way. You know what I hate the most is a lying wench. Can I trust you? Yes. One more chapter and I'm done. One more chapter. 369. Whoa. Look at this art, man. So impressive. The Black Whale. The second day. 18 hours since the voyage started. So this guy just passed out because he was basically dying. Oh, phew. I was debating whether we should risk calling a doctor. What time is it? Shh. The others don't know you were knocked out. They think you were still on duty. Quiet down. How long was I out? About 9 hours. That long? The Queen. Well, she blacked out about the same time you did. Wobble. Right next to you. It's been on for 12 hours. Emperor's time. The pattern appears to be one in which you push yourself past the point of failure, and the person who's sharing the ability goes down with you. Does that mean 3 hours is the limit for Emperor's time, and beyond that I black out for 3 times as long? Or maybe the cost of the taken ability changes the time limit. It's still going. It might not take 3 hours next time. The defeating heartbeat is probably the warning before I black out. Your Majesty, I know I'll continue. From the 12th Prince. No, my ability was harder to handle than I thought. That's the reason for the deep sleep. We'll change the operation of the investigation. Please look into the 4th Prince's security staff and their stations. He's basically lying. I think he's trying to like convince her. He's trying to like be passive and not try to like implicate her to like say that she's responsible for his suffering, because she very clearly cares about suffering. She very clearly has morality in mind. Like she cares about children. Kurapika definitely doesn't care about children. Everybody else doesn't either, or at least the people that aren't moral. You don't look well. Are you sure you're alright? Honestly, I don't know. So when I give the signal, order Dolphin to deactivate immediately. So start with Sredenich. Is that for your convenience? No, there are strategic reasons. The first prince's soldiers are probably Nen users. They won't allow a single ant into the room. I thought if there weren't a time limit, we would try to infiltrating him last to see how tight their security is. We can surmise that the second prince didn't respond to the offer because her guards know Nen as well. They even declined for the opportunity for recon because they already have someone with such an ability. And they think Slaka affiliated with Queen Dwayzel is enough. Or perhaps because the second Prince Camilla has sole authority over all matters. His insight is probably correct. Only His Majesty, the King, can express opinions to Prince Camilla. We have connection to the third prince now, and so the priority should be Sredenich, the fourth prince, about whom we have zero information. Your Majesty, I understand your unease. I will repeat this as often as needed. We are here to protect you and the prince. Please trust us. Lady Oito. Bah. Prince Wobble, what do you think? Da. Careful, don't get lost. But I must hurry, or the burden on Kurapika would be too great. See, he was trying to limit her involvement in his suffering by saying that she's not responsible. Beyond the bend in these ducks, Sredenich's living quarters lie ahead. Ah, Queen Oito, what's wrong? She had a nightmare. Go back to your stations. Your Majesty, what happened? A woman's face suddenly appeared in the passage. I think the bug got eaten. That's gonna be so scary in the anime when it gets animated. That's gonna be so scary. Little Eye was forcibly deactivated. The creature beside me is also saying it was deactivated. Alright. Order the dolphin to deactivate. Sure. 9 whole hours. For security reasons, they're letting nothing pass through the ducts. Must be the Nen beast protecting the prince. Wasted for nothing. You think the physical toll would be lighter with the additional limitations I placed on it. I must use it carefully, or the smallest mistake will prove fatal, a toxic double-edged sword. I'm sorry I got confused and upset. Not at all. I'm the one who's grateful that you took on such a reckless request. Could you teach me Nen too? You said knowledge will vastly increase the probability of survival. Being able to see the world of Nen or not makes a huge difference. I want to know more of what's possible for Wobble. I apologize. No, why? Is it because the risks are too great? That's not it. Instead, I got your consent ex post facto. What? Since my ability forces itself on someone, it has side effects. Using it on someone without Nen will forcibly awaken their Nen abilities. Then, yes, Your Majesty, you can already use Nen. Wow. Yo, that's lit. Oh my god. So that's how he's gonna teach everybody. Wow. Well, he's not gonna teach them. He's gonna give them the ability to use Nen. So his Nen beast is definitely the most aggressive. Fourth Prince's, because Even the king said it. I think the king said that the Nen beasts like are more vicious based off of the type of personality you have. So having a more vicious personality, the top four princes are gonna be ambitious, so they're gonna be very violent. Their Nen beasts are gonna be very violent. The second day, 9 a.m. The Earthfiend Prince Mariam's guard, Belrante. The Earthfiend Prince Mariam's guard, Barigan, affiliated with the Queen Savante. Or report back if he teaches Nen correctly in intimate detail. She said intimate. Your supreme directive is to learn Nen in the allotted time. She chose me and not Virgie. I won't waste this chance. 11th Prince Fugetsu's servant, Alardia, non-combatant. 11th Prince Fugetsu's servant, Ladiolus, non-combatant. Why are we here? 10th Prince Kacho's servant, Lawbury, non-combatant. 10th Prince Kacho's servant, Yuri, non-combatant. We lucked out. Anything to escape her. What's this? I don't know either. It's the feather. It must have to do with the Nen beast Prince Squabble's guard called about. Find out what this is, disclose whatever you need to in order to gain. Find out what this is, disclose whatever you need to in order to learn all you can. I think this is the work of our prince's Nen beast. Me too. It's the mark of resolve he's always espousing. 9th Prince Hulkenberg's guard, Shaduli. 9th Prince Hulkenberg's guard, Yuri Rai. Hulkenberg's personal guard. So the first, second, and the first, the second, the fourth, and the 9th Prince all have personal bodyguards. Or I think most of them do. Most of the higher ranking princes do. The prince managed to get rid of me, but this is an important mission that can't be entrusted to others. 8th Prince Sailsail's guard, Mushaho, Queen of Swinkle Swinkle's captain of guards. This is an opportunity to monitor the other guards and negotiate. But I feel that we're being manipulated by a mere bodyguard. He's a dangerous individual. 7th Prince Luzerus, guard, Sotobi. Queen Dweezil's captain of the guards. Queen Dweezil. So he's affiliated with the queen. That's interesting. That might be interesting. So who's the captain of Hulkenberg's guards? Captain of the guards, huh? I need his mind. I want him on my side. Prince and all if need be. Use the 2 weeks to recruit them. A letter would be the surest way to negotiate secretly. Signaling and code risks interpretation. 5th Prince Subepa's guard, Longhai. Subepa's personal guard. Okay, so they do have personal guards, never mind. 5th Prince Subepa's guard, Mariam, captain of Subepa's guards. If you're not able to learn Nen in 2 weeks, kill them all. 4th Prince Seredinich guard, Maihuam. Seredinich's personal guard. 4th Prince Seredinich's guard, Danjen. Seredinich's personal guard. Hey, no avoiding learning on purpose. Pay attention to anyone who makes contact with Kurapika. He's the key. He's the key going forward. I should be wary of the number 1, 4, and 5. Third Prince Shanglei's guard. 10th Tori, Shanglei's personal guard. To think the enemy invited me in. Appearance, teaching methods, mannerisms, and location will give me hints to his type and abilities. First Prince Benjamin's guard, or Furikov. Benjamin's personal soldier. This is more than a skill that comes from experience. Since it's my lifeblood, I tell this to no one. The difference between someone who can and can't use Nen can be seen most clearly around their eyes, seen in the profile. What's this? The hunter can obviously use Nen, but 4 more are pretending not to be able to use Nen. It's not an issue if they're here like the hunter, as undercover spies, but if, like me, you're on a mission, when you activate your ability, I'll express my right to self-defense. Whoa. Oh my god, this is so lit. This is so lit. Okay, what is happening? Everything's lit, but I don't really know what's happening. And when I say I don't really know what's happening, I do actually know what's happening. Alright, so it's not an issue if they're here like the hunter as undercover spies, but if, like me, you're on a mission, when you activate your ability, I'll express my right to self-defense. So the first prince sent this guy. He sent this guy to basically gather intel on Kurapika's abilities. Is the other guard here still? Where is he? Yeah, he's still here. So these are 2 of Benjamin's guards. I forgot, Balsamico, is that his name? Balsamico and this guy, whatever his name is. Oh, Furikov. And then he's basically going to try to get rid of all the Nen users. So he's basically going to use them learning Nen as an excuse to try to get rid of him. So if they use their abilities, he's going to try to like find some way to like get rid of them, to eliminate them. And then basically all the princes are sending their most trusted people who they actually can trust, and not like agents. Send their most trusted people to like learn Nen, and hopefully they don't betray them. Hopefully they don't betray them, I guess. That's going to be very interesting going forward. All these princes. So who's the prince that didn't accept it? I don't know. I don't know who didn't accept it. Maybe it was up here. Whatever. It doesn't matter. If I see it later, I'll see it. Okay, so the 13th prince, the 13th, the 10th, the 11th, the 9th, the 7th, the 8th, the 5th, the 1st, the 2nd didn't come right, the 4th, the 10th. So that means there's 2 princes that didn't accept it, right? That aren't Kurapika. 2 princes that didn't accept it. Well, one of them's dead. One of them's dead, so that one doesn't count. So one of them didn't accept it, right? I think. Ooh, wait, what's this? I'm right. Anytime I'm ready for you. Yeah, I bet you are. I can tell from the obvious aura without even looking at your face. They were 7 silent majority. Set to activate. Wait, what is this? Yeah, I bet you are. I can tell from the obvious aura without even looking at your face. They were 11. 7 silent majority. Set to activate. So this might be his ability, or this might be like somebody who's like infiltrating. But I have a feeling that I have a feeling this is not going to go as smoothly as people anticipated. Now that this thing is kind of appearing, seems like it's behind him, right? It's behind him, so it's somewhere over there. These are very interesting chapters. I'm definitely going to read some more Hunter x Hunter. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to reading more. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good one. Peace out.